When Irving is mentioned, who comes to your mind first? Michael Owen, Julius Irving, or... Well, today we will talk about the supernatural being, Kyrie Irving. My earliest impression of Irving was that he was an undersized American point guard who excelled in dribbling and ball control. He wasn't much better than other players. But over time, I found that among all the guards of American basketball, he was one of the few basketball stars with extraordinary shooting skills. So it somewhat improved my opinion of him. Later in the finals, he got the crucial 3 points in the face of Curry's defense. This shot set an absolute position of him in my heart. He could fight an uphill battle and had a big heart and won the championship even without James. This was the level I gave him. After that, his basketball skills were at such a high level that I could not even find a player comparable to him. In the association, he has entered a supernatural realm. He lit ablaze some sage before the game to voice support for the minority groups outside of the court, and even made a flat earth comment. At that time, there were only two kinds of NBA players in my mind. One is Irving, and the other is other players. That was also why he earned the name of Supernatural Being. For supernatural players, it follows that the shoes he wears are also supernatural. In this regard, Anta's first signature sneakers that Irving endorses appears to be mediocre. They just look too much like those of his former sponsor in terms of color scheme, shape, and the laces on the upper. Frankly, it would be okay if Anta just followed the personal style of Irving. Why did the brand choose to follow Nike's design? They give an impression that Anta's staff went to Irving's home and they found out a few pairs of sneakers he used to wear, and they referenced them and designed a 10th generation of Nike Kyrie. I don't know whether you have the same feeling. To carry forward the legend of the supernatural being Kyrie Irving, I had to redesign his first signed sneakers after he left Nike because I was convinced that a supernatural player would not wear such complicated sneakers. What do you think? Okay, as far as I know, apart from basketball, Irving is also a person who values family very much. He often shares daily life about him and his wife on social media. That was why I named it Family One. As the name implies, family comes first. Family reminds me of a sense of warmth. When we arrive home, we often change into cozy indoor slippers. I'm wondering whether you have tried such warm slippers. These are just the type of warm slippers that we had when I was a child. They look very much like the closed shoes of element monks. Another type is wool slippers hand crocheted by my mom. Honestly, I hate these two types of slippers since I was a child because they did not fit well, let alone any element of ergonomics. The crocheted slippers generally have a very low upper. I struggled to put my instep in. Even leaving my heels out of the shoes, the eminent monk design made me frustrated. But after all, they are about my memories of home and warmth, so I integrated the features of these two types of shoes to both highlight the mysterious feeling of eminent monks and convey memories about home. Since Irving is no longer an ordinary player, his shoes do not have to look like ordinary ones, with design of so many details that seem to be functional. The ultimate level of high-end design is about integrating principles with the product using the most ordinary materials, so it can be sweet to its sense of application. So for either color or structure, there is no need to complexity. First of all, the overall up adopts a multi-density woven material with differentiated strengths depending on the stress of different areas. The type of upper is akin to the woolen shoes or sweater knitted by our moms during our childhood. As put it by the poem of a traveler's chant, thread in a mother's loving hand, sew into her wandering son's clothes. Family is always the strongest backing for us. Even in fiercely competitive games, the shoe upper still provides with a perfect sense of fit. when you with high insteps see such integrated soccer lineup, their first impression would be return the product immediately. But to fit such a foot type, these shoes are designed with highly elastic ankle collars, making it easy to put on. For wearers with both high and low insteps, here comes the problem. For such an upper, how could we ensure it is locked tightly in real games? The solution is the design of a lacing system covering the upper. The lace runs from instep through the heel, and a 3-scale tightness adjustment is designed around the heel piece to provide adjustability depending on different foot types. It is no secret for those who do a lot of running and jumping. The heel stability is very important for a pair of basketball shoes. Apart from locking function, the heels also act as the terminal of adjusting lacing tightness. I came up with 2 solutions to this part of the design. The first solution coming to my mind is naturally the BOA-like lace fit system, which is very common in the market. Nevertheless, the device is too large and less integrated. So I came up with a second solution, a unique design. It is a 3-scale adjustment device which can be moved upward or downward depending on the size of instep. In short, there are only 3 scales, which means not many choices. If we have to rank the priority of function of the Irving shoes, slip resistance have to be on top. For ball-handling masters with superb floor movement skills like Irving, I don't see any necessity to make discrimination of soles like Ronaldinho, the elf on football field. Every part of his body can be used to handle the ball. For Irving, no matter which part of his sole touch the ground, he's possibly able to make it a supporting point for his movement. I think this is what the perfection of skill means. So I designed a uniform pattern for the entire sole. The sole rubber extends from the bottom upwards towards the middle sole. Of course, a basketball shoes for Irving, I don't think the following sense is very relevant. First of all, he must have the family package for both parents and children in a family of 3. This is also what this model should be prepared on its first launch. In the same way, the shoes should fit Irving's lifestyle very well. When wearing them during Ramadan or meditation, he can adjust the shoes to relax the state, so he will not feel his feet are squeezed in everyday life, and they are wearable in all situations. To facilitate interaction with Irving's fans, I designed a bonus on ankle collar. A ring of texture like Irving's hair is attached by voracious tape to add a sense of exquisite design to the shoes. In the meantime, consumers who like garish things may also DIY a variety of unique accessories as a personal expression of yourself, such as the name of the girl you like. In terms of color scheme, the minimalist shoe body design actually leaves a lot of space for improvisation. The basic color is the classic all black, the team color, and whatever color you expect. You're welcome to leave your comments on screen. The career of Irving as a player, from Cavaliers to Celtics to Brooklyn Nets, and then to today's Dallas Mavericks, the teams have obviously become his home. Only you are his family. Perhaps Irving will keep being a supernatural being, but a player's career is short. Let us cherish his future career in basketball and witness the emergence of legends.